Is when we talk about flowers, but in all reality, would you guys mind to flip that for me? In all reality, the fall time, that's a good time to talk about flowers. Oh, Elizabeth is here with us today to talk about her business and all this. Let's talk about Elizabeth Rose Florals a little bit. How did you get started?
So I've grown up gardening, so I have great memories in my mom's garden. I've always designed on the side for friends and family. My middle name is Rose, which is so fitting, named after my great aunt, who was a woman of great strength and resilience. So it just all kind of came together.
And you do like a lot of event florals, wedding florals, and
Yes.
you said you're so busy right now, which is great.
Yeah. Fall is definitely a busy season.
Yeah. Walk us through, we're going to put together some of these flowers here, because this is incredible. You said these are very fall colors and very popular.
Yeah, so we're seeing a lot of oranges, like chartreuse, some dark purples. We're really getting into the fall theme.
Yeah.
So to have you start, go ahead, pick any one of these
Okay,
flowers.
I'm going to go with a dahlia.
The dahlia, perfect.
Because this is, we've talked about a dahlia so much lately, it feels like.
Yeah, dahlias are gorgeous, very popular.
And you've obviously already got this started here.
Yes.
Okay.
So the first thing you need to do after you go to the wholesaler is you need to strip all the leaves.
Okay.
So you want to take those off. You can use your hands, clippers, and you really want to clean the bloom. And then
Clean the bloom.
Clean the bloom. That's
what
what
does
I
that
call
mean?
it.
Is this cleaning the bloom?
Yeah, you're just really getting
Okay.
so that flower is really standing out,
Ooh,
and
it's
you
very-
can put more flowers.
It's fragrant. Are dahlias supposed to have a smell?
Some of them, I believe some of
okay,
them do.
'cause, like,
Yeah,
as I
it varies
clean the
on
bloom.
flower. Yeah. And then take these clippers.
Okay.
And you're gonna want to make sure you always have clean clippers. You don't want germs or bacteria growing.
Does that make it the water that they sit in the vase?
Yep, and less longer to live.
Okay,
too.
so should you wash the ends of these with
No,
anything?
you don't need to wash them.
Okay.
You just want to make sure you have clean clippers,
Okay.
and then you're going to cut them at like a 45-degree angle.
Like this.
Perfect. Yep. That's going to allow more water to get into the stem.
Do you guys know dahlias are hollow?
I know they're
a
thick at the
tube.
bottom.
Yeah, I
They're
thought that was
thick.
going to be a lot more difficult to cut through, and it really wasn't.
They're
so.
grown out of tubers too, which
Yeah.
are so cool looking. So then what you're gonna do is you are gonna stick this, let's see. We're gonna try, so the key with bouquets is to get different heights. So you want like
Okay.
kind of like a high, middle,
Oh, that's
lower.
good to know, because I've
Yeah.
been like outside on the outside because you guys know I'm an amateur florist on the weekend. I'll start at the bottom and put like the bigger flowers and then build up to make something really round. But you're saying experiment with
Like
height.
different depths, different height. There's all different ways to design. So I've done design courses, but you kind of make it your own because it's art, right?
Yeah.
So it's personalized.
Okay, where would
so
I
if you
put
want to
something like
kind of
this?
slide that in, you want to slide it in right here. This vase is already super
Okay.
full. But yeah, kind of slide it in at an angle that allows it
Okay.
to drink a little more water. Yeah, it's a little tight.
Okay, boop boop boop.
Yep,
About like
stick
that?
it in there, yep. And then you kind of want it, this is at the same level, so you kind of want to tuck it down a little bit more.
A little bit more, okay.
Perfect. And then you have it coming, you have it kind of coming out to give it some dimension.
Okay. Dimension is good.
Good,
'Cause I'm
it's
very
good,
like,
gives
let's
it,
make
like-
it symmetrical.
You want asymmetrical, or the style right now is very asymmetrical, whimsical garden style.
Okay, so that's very on trend. If somebody wants to book you, how can they do that?
So you can reach out, Elizabeth at elizabethroseflorals.com, or submit an inquiry form on my website, www.elizabethroseflorals.com.
Okay, straight ahead, we have more tips for you when it comes to your bouquets to make your flowers last longer, so you don't want to miss out on those secrets. That's straight ahead. After this, though, we have more news, weather, and headlines. There, Nick, and I'm talking about flowers still. Oh, okay, yes. Elizabeth here is with us, Elizabeth Rose Florals. You were teaching us kind of the structure of a bouquet, what's really on brand right now with the height to differentiation. And now we're going to talk about how you can make this last a little bit longer. I'll put the little packets that come with the stems into the water. I don't know what's in those packets to prolong to give longevity to the flowers. Walk us through how we could make something like this last a little bit longer.
So if you want flowers to last a little bit longer, a key is refreshing the water. I'd say about every 1 to 2 days. And when you refresh it, also snip the stem at that angle that we were doing earlier.
Which is just like a vertical angle.
Yeah, about 1 inch. But I would do that every 1 to 2 days.
Okay, so what? It's like a fish tank almost.
Yeah.
You have to clean
Gotta
out
take
the
care
water.
of it. Yeah.
That is so wild. I didn't even think to refresh the water.
It makes a huge difference, though. It's worth it.
Is there anything at home that you can add into the water to give your flowers a little bit longer life?
Those grocery store packets that you're talking about, that's flower food. Those are super effective. So you can add that in. I just usually follow the directions because it'll tell you based on measurement and vase size. That matters. But
don't just dump the whole packet in there?
I would look at the...
Okay, because I've just been putting the entire packet in there. So, okay, this is good to know. I've been talking about how I like low-key every Sunday love to go out and get flowers and arrange them.
Yeah, so fun.
It's fun to have fresh florals, in your room and in your space. It brings like a nice whimsical air to it.
It does. It enhances it.
Yeah.
And also keeping them out of sunlight is big. So
Really?
if you keep them in a cool area.
I would have
that
thought sunlight would have
helps
been
them.
good.
Right, for growing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then once they're cut, you want to keep them in as cool of an area as possible. Like I have a cooler at home to keep all the flowers fresh for events. So.
And you were telling me you really like to source locally when you have the opportunity to. I know you have some dahlias in here. Dahlias have been a big thing on our show lately, so that's really great. Walk us through some of the flowers that we see here, because you do weddings, you do events, like you are always looking to source flowers. So what are some things we see here?
So we have some gorgeous Lysianthus, that's stunning. We also have some sweet peas, which I love. They're these little delicate guys, very fragrant. I know we were talking about fragrance earlier.
Ooh, those do smell nice.
Yeah, much more fragrant than dahlias. Dahlias, it's most of them.
I couldn't smell a dahlia until I clicked the end.
Exactly. Yeah, it's most of them. I would say no, but some of them have a little bit. But these guys are very fragrant. We have oregano, so we use herbs when we can.
Oregano?
Yeah, we
missing a little something when you make
Yeah.
your pasta go over to your flowers.
Yeah, exactly. But these are locally grown, so that just gives a nice smell to everything. We have so many flowers. We have roses, we have anemones. These guys come in so many different colors.
Yeah, and you were saying like marigolds, which I've only ever seen in like an orange, but this is very much
like a
flowery,
pale, soft, which that's a color we're seeing a lot this season, a soft yellow. And those are locally grown as well too.
Speaking of colors you're seeing this season, soft yellow, what are some other colors that are really popular right now?
So I would say for fall, like you have the dark purples and the chartreuse color.
Dark purple here.
Yeah. Honestly, with how we work with customers, it's so personalized. I've seen a lot of what people want. We ask them and we customize to that.
Okay. Hey, if you're interested in booking a session with Elizabeth Rose Florals, let's put that information up on the screen right now. There is everything that you need to know. Website, email, you're on Instagram, you're on Facebook, you're here, there, and everywhere. Just send a little DM and you'll be able to work with them. And you got different prices, I'm imagining?
We have all different pricing, and it really varies depending on type of flower or things like that.
Okay, thank you for being here with us this morning. Thank you for these tips and tricks for making a beautiful bouquet and then making it last. Stay with us, more news, weather, and headlines right after this.